What's happening, guys? So I had a video topic that I wanted to do because it's a question that I get asked quite frequently. Hopefully you guys can see me. It's kind of dark. I'm sitting in the car circle waiting for my son to get out of school, so I've got like 20-30 minutes to kill, so I figured I'd shoot a couple videos. And one of the things that keeps coming up, especially with my clients when they're going to go on vacation, is like, you know, what do I do? How do I survive vacation? I'm really worried. I'm worried that I'm going to go off the deep end and I'm going to gain a ton of weight and it's going to be just this terrible thing. Now, the first I want to say, there's no right or wrong answer in terms of how to approach your vacation, all right? This is up to every single individual and how you want to do it. The biggest thing is that you need to be okay with whatever decision that you make, all right? So if you want to YOLO it and just go all out and not work out and eat till your heart's content and just do it, like, hey, there's nothing wrong with that. Fine, do it. You just have to understand that there's going to be consequences when you get back when you do that, all right? You have to be okay that you're going to be up 3, 4, 5 pounds, whatever it's going to be, right? You need to be okay with that, all right? You can't say, I'm going to do it and then be okay with it and then come home and then freak out when the scale goes up, right? Or you knew what you were getting into. At the same token, you can't say, you know what, I want to stay in a deficit, I want to try to lose this weight, it's really important to me, I don't want to go off track, and then get there and then pout and be all super upset that you can't enjoy yourself, right? You have to be okay with whatever decision you want to make. But there are a number of options to at least minimize the damage and get through a vacation rather unscathed, okay? So if you're tracking your macros and you're gonna go on vacation and you're currently in a deficit and you just want to maintain, right? Or you're okay with not being in a deficit, which for the record, you don't have to be in a deficit all the time, all right? If you're trying to lose weight, doesn't mean that your whole life has to be spent in a deficit. It's okay to come out of it for a while, to do maintenance, to do diet breaks, to even do a reverse diet and get some calories back in your life and take a little bit of a break, all right? This is okay. Now for vacation, if you say you want to go into maintenance, okay, and you're tracking your macros strictly, there's a couple things you can do. You can increase your calories to roughly what you think maintenance would be to give yourself a little bit more freedom. You can stop tracking macros and just do calories. Okay, you can do calories and protein and not worry where the rest comes from. Maybe a fiber target if you want. There's just a lot of different options, okay? So you can increase your calories, you can be more flexible, and you can still have a good time, you can still have some drinks, and you can still have some fun, and not totally wreck yourself, right? Now, sure, you might come back a pound or two up, big deal. You know, a lot of it's gonna be water weight anyways, and it's gonna come right back off again, especially if you were pretty diligent about being close to your macros. Now, if you've been doing flexible dieting for quite a while, maybe you can just kind of eat intuitively and not track, but just kind of be smart about it. Don't go crazy and just kind of stay within your means a little bit, all right? It just depends on each individual, but there are options out there to at least somewhat stay on track or to stop yourself from going way off the deep end and feeling like you just totally messed up. But whatever you do, it's not the end of the world. It's only a short period of time and you can bounce back from it. Now, the only other thing that I will say is, especially for like shorter vacations, you can work around it a lot easier. Okay, say you're just gonna be gone for like a weekend, you're gonna be gone for 2 days. You can do like a refeed approach. You can, instead of doing straight macros across the week, you can take away some calories from 5 days, do 5 lower days, and then those calories that you did not consume that you normally would have, you add them to your weekend so you have more calories on those 2 days while you're gone, so it's easier to stay within your numbers. So say you were eating, we'll say 1,800 calories as your maintenance. If you're only gone for 1 day, you could drop 50 calories from those 6 days, and then you have an extra 300 to add on top of that day. Or if you were going to do it for 2 days, you could work out the math and take away 50 to 100 calories, whatever it is. I mean, it's totally up to you. You can do more and you can create a bigger deficit when you're on your short days and on your, or not short days, on your low days, and then on your high days you can have more calories, right? It doesn't have to be perfect all the time. It doesn't have to be within a single day all the time, or even within a single week, all right? There's a lot of options. So just wanted to throw that out there. Don't have to be perfect. There are options to stay on track while you're gone. There's options to minimize damage while you're gone. If you have any questions, if you'd like me to kind of go over some things with you, I'd be happy to help. Just leave them in the comments and I will get back to you. Thanks.
I'm addicted to the love that you're giving.